switch to candle light and turn off your computer and your TV and just read a book or something from 8:30 or 9 p.m. on. Because that will send the signal to your body. And your body is trained over years, hundreds and thousands of years, to follow the sun. And when the sun goes down, your body would naturally just know that it's time to relax and go to sleep. If you watch animals during an eclipse, then a solar eclipse, the animals will actually lay down and go to sleep middle of the day. But the sun's blocked out, and they are so in tune with the sun and moon that their bodies just say, okay, it's time to go to sleep. So we have now 24-hour sunlight, right? We're sitting here and it's 7:30, and the sun's beating down on us in here. This a fluorescent lighting, and we're all telling our body that it's daytime, right? It's time to go, but it's not. It's time when we should get start winding down. So it's these rhythms that affect all aspects of your health, but also limit your ability to lose weight. So, if that's what your goal is, and getting to bed on time and doing the things that are going to allow your body to wind down at the end of the day is very important. So waking up at 3 a.m., how many people have experienced that? Waking up in the middle of the night. There's lots of reasons why that could happen, and one very simple one could just be your blood sugar. It could be that the last meal that you had was maybe it was a dessert, and you had your dinner, and there was like an hour and a half, and then you had a dessert, and then you get the blood sugar high, and you get the crash, and then when it crashes at some point while you're sleeping, your body might say, hey, come back up, and then you'll kind of wake up from that. So that kind of pushing your blood sugar back up is going to give you a kind of a boost of energy. Another thing that sometimes might happen is that a lot of people, it's not fun to talk about, but a lot of people might have parasite infections in their gut. And parasites are most active in the evening while you're sleeping. So they're doing their business while you're trying to sleep. And that's a stress inside your gut. And that stress is going to pump up that cortisol that I told you wakes you up in the morning. So that's another reason that you might be waking up at 3 in the morning. Of course, there's always hormonal things, but this is hormones essentially. This is your rhythms, and we're talking insulin, or we're talking cortisol, and melatonin. These are things that just need to be in a natural rhythm. Going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Some people, to a certain degree, maybe it does happen with age, but it's influenced a lot by what you put into your body. So it's influenced by the quality of the water that you put into your body, the mineral content, electrolytes that are in that water, the other stuff that you put into your body that can inhibit your body's ability to manage that water that you've put into it. And so a very simple thing that you can do is to help your body to manage the water better is actually take a pitcher of water that you filtered and put a pinch of sea salt in it. So it's a nice, a quart pitcher, put a little bit of sea salt in it. And you don't want it to stay salty, it just changes the texture of the water a little bit. And this actually provides you with some minerals that are supposed to be in the water naturally, and then your body's like, okay, this goes here, that goes there, and you're able to hold that water appropriately. Not holding water like bloated, but holding water and putting it in the right places where water is needed. So that's something that you can do that will help you to manage your body's water better. And then again, not being able to fall asleep after you got up and went to the bathroom in the middle of the night, as again, now you just jerked yourself up and the hormones are up and your cortisol levels are up, so it's hard to bring it back down. And then in the morning when you use the coffee maker, a lot of people are very sensitive to caffeine, and it's not a good thing. I mean, there's going to be a study that says caffeine's good for you, or you should take caffeine before you work out. But pay attention to your body. Don't listen to some study. Listen to what your body tells you. And if your body's telling you that this caffeine is negatively affecting you, then cut it out. If you can't cut it out, then you're addicted to it, and you should definitely cut it out. So a lot of people have chemical sensitivity to it, and people get headaches. So while I would say try not to do the coffee so much in the morning. At least make the quality of the coffee good rather than Dunkin' Donuts. You know, go find a good quality organic coffee. And then the other thing is don't drink coffee after 3 p.m. because that's when your rhythms are starting to shift. And if you have coffee after 3 p.m., then you're bumping up your cortisol levels again, and then it's going to be hard to fall asleep at night. So kind of follow that rule, and that will make a big difference. When you skip a meal, my example was that you worked through your lunch, but when you skip a meal, you're actually, if you make a habit of this, you're actually increasing the amount of lipogenic enzymes in your body and decreasing the lipolytic. So lipogenic is fat. Lipo means fat. Genic means generating or building. So you're teaching your body to be better at storing and converting things to fat. So, and then the lipolytic, lipo fat, and then lytic meaning breaking down, you're making it more difficult for your body to burn fat. So the more times you go on low-calorie diets, the more times you skip meals, the better your body's getting at storing fat. It becomes more efficient. And for women, it's harder. It's even worse because women are designed already with more lipogenic, fat-building, or fat-storing enzymes. And so when women go on like a low-calorie or skipping meals, then it's even worse, and that's why it gets very difficult. So that's another easy thing that you could do is eat. Eat on a regular basis. It's going to help you to not train yourself to store fat so well, and it's going to keep your blood sugar steady, which insulin's actually, that's my next one. Insulin is a fat storing hormone. You know, it basically tells your body, that's one of the secondary things that it's very good at. And so keeping your blood sugar level by eating on regular intervals, it's different from person to person. Somebody might say have 5 to 6 small meals a day, but just eat on a regular basis so that you don't get those crashes in your blood sugar. And just a couple more. Sitting in front of the TV, I already talked about the computer and stuff before bed. And then the time that you go to bed is really important. I talked about the sun and the cycles of the sun and the moon. And if you get to bed after, let's say it's the midnight time, you're getting to bed at midnight. If you're getting to bed at midnight, then you're missing out on 2 hours, 2 quality hours